As a football fan myself, I'll be honest, I don't think I had any idea of the number of people who work on match days at football clubs up and down the country, or about the levels of pay or conditions that people work under to provide that service on match days. I really got an idea of it myself when I actually worked as casual agency hospitality staff at Old Trafford a number of years ago. We're all used to seeing crowds and crowds of fans outside the ground before kick-off. What a lot of football fans I think won't have seen is the hundreds of people huddled in the cold waiting to be let in to go and work for less than the living wage in order to provide all those hospitality matchday services for fans. I remember one day I was working at Old Trafford and I happened to bump into Michael Carrick on the stairs. He was injured at the time, which is why he wasn't playing. He had his arm in a sling. Obviously, I'm guessing Michael Carrick was still getting paid, even though he was too ill, he was injured, he wasn't able to work. One of the problems of having a casual 0 hours contract is if you're too ill or you're injured and you can't work, you don't get paid. There's no sick pay involved. Another consideration when you're getting paid less than the living wage is actually how you get to and from work. I remember when I worked at Old Trafford, it was about a 4 or 5 mile walk that I would do a lot of the time, because when you're working less than a living wage, the cost of getting the train and the tram or 2 or 3 buses is actually most of like your first hour's pay of the day. So to save that money, it made sense to get up even earlier at the crack of dawn and walk those 4 or 5 miles. These are kind of things that as a fan you don't really appreciate until you've actually seen it yourself. But without a doubt, knowing the amount of money that it costs for tickets, for corporate hospitality, and let alone what's coming in from television and being paid to players and agents, I don't think it's going to be a huge ask for fans or for the clubs to pay a living wage to everyone who works on match days.